Remember, the road towards success is a challenging one, but instilling some of these habits of successful people might help you to remain in balance and inner peace while moving closer to achieving your goals and living the life of your dreams. Learning what these habits are and how to employ them in your own life is worthwhile. What are we waiting for? First, let's get to know some successful habits together. Number 7. Successful people go for goals immediately. Successful people act quickly and often. While others come up with reasons not to work, successful people take all the important first steps, even if it seems outlandish. All high achievers learned how to take risk, accept uncertainty, embrace change, and go out of their comfort zone and do something. Remember, you might hear from others that your goals are impossible, but you are your best motivator and you shouldn't let others interfere with your vision. Impossible is just a limitation you set for yourself, and you can easily remove it and be unstoppable. All highly successful people are intensely goal-oriented, and they know what they want, have it written down, and have plans to accomplish it. And they both review and work on their projects as a daily routine.
One thing I know about destiny is that it will avoid you until you are no longer willing to tolerate the place where you have settled, the place called convenience.
Number 6. Successful people keep learning in life. It's not surprising to hear that successful people read a lot. While they also read for pleasure, most use their reading habit to gain knowledge or insight. For example, the legendary investor and self-made billionaire Warren Buffett says that reading has been the most crucial habit he's developed in his life. If reading as a pathway to success isn't enough to get you motivated, consider these health benefits of reading. It prevents stress, depression, and dementia while improving one's confidence, empathy, and decision-making, and overall life satisfaction. Number 5. Successful people listen more than they talk. According to research, most of us spend about 70 to 80% of our waking hours in some form of communication, the minority of which, about 45%, is spent listening. Successful people train themselves to listen to others actively. They don't only listen, but they absorb the information from other people. Richard Branson, a spectacular entrepreneur, said, "It's often easy to spot an inexperienced leader. If you see someone raising his voice at employees, stuttering nervously in front of a group, or avoiding admitting when he's wrong, that's a person who's just starting." Listening is a good place to begin if you want to stand out as a leader. Leaders who are great listeners are often terrific at uncovering and putting in place strategies and plans that have a big impact. Being a good listener does not just give us a professional advantage, but also a personal one.
I'm calling everybody. This message is for everybody and anybody that has enough guts to believe that they were born to make a difference, that they were born to make history. I refuse to be average. I am allergic to average. I was born to leave a mark.
Number 4. Successful people take ownership and embrace learned optimism. Ownership is a powerful principle for implementing any significant change. It's a no-lose proposition. Successful people refuse to blame others when they miss out on a deal or business. Instead, they note down their failures. They embrace them and take ownership of it. Successful people have learned the art of optimism. Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology, explains how channeling positive energy can do our souls and productivity a lot of good. When people embrace failure and accept that things did not work out, they share the failure with themselves, their circumstances, and their luck. However, unsuccessful people have learned the opposite behavior. The concept of learned helplessness, a phenomenon where individuals believe they're incapable of changing their circumstances or experiencing an adverse event. As a result, they start being pessimistic and refuse to take ownership. Their pessimism makes them a failure more than any of their mistakes. Additionally, intelligent people who accept their hopelessness usually become sarcastic, as that is an acceptable way to cope with their harsh reality. People duck responsibility for reasons ranging from simple laziness or a fear of failure to a sense of feeling overwhelmed by the scale of a problem or a situation. Whatever the reason is, if people fail to take responsibility, they'll not succeed in their jobs, disappoint their teams, and fail to grow as individuals. So think about it. How much of your success would you say is up to you, depending on your choices, actions, and behaviors, versus external conditions? As Linda Galindo, the author of 85% Solutions, claims, if your mindset is that you're at least 85% responsible for your success, you're likely to be successful. But on the other hand, if you blame your problems and failures, big or small, personal or professional, on other people's circumstances beyond your control, or just plain bad luck, you may be doomed to fail. Number 3. Successful people start their day early. Successful people are accustomed to rising early, and that habit repeatedly appears among those who do well in life. They wake up early to use the quiet time to do stuff for themselves. Waking up earlier than expected is excellent for getting organized, strategic thinking, and planning. Some studies have shown that 90% of executives wake up before 6 a.m. on weekdays, and nearly 50% of self-made millionaires wake up at least 3 hours before their workday begins. They wake up earlier than they have to, which improves their whole day as they have extra time to dedicate to healthy, productive, and positive behaviors. One of the main habits of successful people is having a powerful morning routine. They plan their mornings the night before, then wake up with determination, ready to kickstart another great day to get closer to their goals. Attacking the day on your own terms first thing also gives you a sense of control in your life. Early morning hours enable you to play offense instead of being reactive to emails, calls, meetings, and other demands on your time. Even if you aren't a morning person, willpower is highest in the morning, which leads to better decision making. On the other hand, it can be more difficult to make productive and healthy choices late in the day when your mind is tired.
See, the future belongs to those who wake up every morning and go after it. The future is apprehended by those who are totally committed to becoming the best version of themselves. We officially open the door to the future.
Number 2. Successful people have impeccable organizational skills. People driven by success are perfectionists. They tend to plan their incoming days to get an idea of their week for the following days. Thus, their organization includes planning as well as setting priorities and goals. Many success-oriented individuals plan their daily routines and stick to the schedules as it frames a perfect day. However, your successful habits should combine in a certain way, and it's best to have fixed time slots for everything. Your whole day can be an example of success if you structure it. Do your best to match your capabilities. Number 1. Successful people look after their bodies and presentation. What do Cher, Warren Buffett, and Christian Rudder all have in common? They all work out, and they all consider it integral to their success. Studies show that regular workouts clear your head and make you feel more motivated. As a result, many successful business leaders make sure to work out. Billionaire Richard Branson, for example, says that his morning routine of waking up at 5 a.m. to play tennis or bike has doubled his productivity. Remember that your first shot at making an impression is limited to how you look and present yourself. Hence, it's not a bad idea to dress up for the job you want rather than the one you have. Presentation or exercise has more to do with getting in shape, inside and out, to tackle the most critical challenges. It's about creating patterns in your life that bring about the best possible you.
You think it's the hardest thing to do in the world to commit, but there is somebody who's in the grave today, and if they had another opportunity to live, they would enthusiastically, with great confidence and courage and consistency, do what you hate just to live a little longer.
So, this is it, guys. Some of the best habits of successful people involve only conscious effort, like getting up early every day. On the other hand, becoming successful takes years of practice and many failures, attempts, lessons, and milestones. Success isn't only about hard work and on-point financial and business decisions. It's also about personal habits. Daily routines such as becoming organized may take a little more skill and practice, but ultimately result in the most desired outcome of all: success. For those who wish to be successful, the good news is that cultivating positive habits takes no more effort than developing bad ones. Let us know in the comments if these habits are a new inspiration for you. Go ahead and write if you're willing to take any advice from today's video. We all will be the witnesses of you becoming the new you. Also, show us your love and support and smash the like button below so YouTube offers this video to many like-minded people like you. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Have a successful day.